Hey everyone, I am Nick and welcome to my set review for the 75413, also known as the Republic Juggernaut. And now this set came out on August 1st, 2025, and I am so excited to get inside this set. And now you're wondering, why am I so excited to get into the set? Because I heard a lot of mixed emotions with this set. I heard it's good, I heard it's meh, and I heard it's horrible. So I'm excited to hop into the set and see what I personally think about this set. Is it better than the old ones? Probably not. Is it worse than the old ones? Probably is. So I am excited to get into it. And well, before we hop right into the set, I do want to check out the box art that they show us with this set and all the minifigures that they show us as well. I could already tell that we have new clone troopers being Galactic Marines, and that is great to see. One thing that's not great to see is where's the waist capes on the box here. So far, there isn't any, and that's very unfortunate. But without further ado, let's look at what they show us on the outside, and let's look at all the details that they show us. Taking a look at the front of the box here, we have the turbo tank in the middle of the frame here, and having the clone troopers and Commandi Mundi fighting. And well, it looks pretty cool. I actually like the box art for this set. It's pretty neat, I'm not gonna lie. But there are some big elephants in the room that I want to point out and just get them out of the way because, well, they need to be talked about. Let's just start off with the name tag that Lego has listed this item as, being the Republic Juggernaut. And I'm just letting you guys know now, I am not pronouncing this set as the Republic Juggernaut. I am going to be naming it the Turbo Tank throughout the whole review, so you guys don't need to worry about that. So why did Lego decided to name it the Republic Juggernaut? Well, it's right, but most people know it as the Turbo Tank. That's what I known it as my whole entire life. I known it as the Clone Turbo Tank. Now Lego decided, let's be special with this set and name it the Republic Juggernaut. And I noticed that not a lot of people are a fan of that. Just name it what most people know the set is, and that's it. But let's get to the other elephants in the room, starting with the bottom left corner here. Lego has promoted this set to be a Clone Wars set. Now, if you guys know what the background scene this is from, it's not from the Clone Wars, it's from Revenge of the Sith. You could tell this set, or what it's supposed to take place, is when Order 66 just started, or is about to happen. And now, I don't know why Lego decided to promote this set as a Clone Wars set when you could visually tell that it's not supposed to be part of the Clone Wars. And same with the Galactic Marines. That just is a dead giveaway that this is not supposed to be a Clone Wars set. Now, the other, I guess, elephant in the room, that why is there Galactic Marines and Commandi Mundi in this set with the turbo tank? I think the last time we saw them in Revenge of the Sith was with a UT-80. Now this set should have been a UT-80. Is it a UT-80? Of course not, it's a turbo tank. And now I heard that the Lego designers had no intentions at all to make it a UT-80. And I'm like, what? You're adding minifigures or characters from Star Wars that has been visually seen with the UT-80, but they went, nah, let's just decide to make a turbo tank and add them in. And nobody asked for a turbo tank. Everyone's been asking for a UT-80. Yeah, a turbo tank is cool, but I'm hearing that this is the worst turbo tank they have ever made. So let's not waste any more time and let's head to the back of the box. Taking a look at the back of the box here, nothing really special going on here. I mean, the artwork is not that good. It kind of looks like they copied and pasted it from the front of the box. They didn't, because you could tell that there's like kind of no buildings in the background of this artwork. So that's kind of disappointing. I wish there was a little bit more going on in the background, but that's okay. It's not really anything to really complain about. But not just that, it does show you all the play features with inside the set on the right hand corner, and some reason in the middle of the box right beside the Star Wars logo. That's just a weird place to put an image like that. in my opinion, it just doesn't really work that well. Besides that, it also does show you how to open up the turbo tank. And from my first glance, just looking at it, how are you supposed to fit your hands in this set? Yeah, it is a play set. It is meant for kids, but that's what I'm talking about. How is a kid supposed to fit their hand in that? It doesn't look like a kid could fit their hand in it. It looks very tight, very squished. It doesn't look like it's going to be fun for kids to play with because it looks like it's just going to be a struggle putting a minifigure inside the turbo tank. And not just that, it looks like you can't even put all of the minifigures in the turbo tank. So what is the point of this? We'll find out later in the review, but from what I can see right now, doesn't look like there's a lot of room to move around in, especially for an adult and a kid. One thing I do want to point out before going on to the specs and like the price, all of that, is the box art for the side of the box. I think it's the worst box art we have ever gotten in a very, very, very long time. I mean, this is the worst I've ever seen it, at least for the newer sets. It's just like a snippet of the turbo tank. Like, what is this? Like, it looks horrible. But anyways, we'll move along. We'll pretend like we never even saw it. Now that we got all of that out of the way, now we can take a look at all of the specs LEGO has given us for this set. So without further ado, the set number for this set is 75413, and we get a total of 813 pieces, and we get a total of 5 minifigures and 3 droids, which I'm not complaining, but I wish that we just had more Galactic Marines. I mean, I think a lot of people could agree with me there. But now this is where the elephant in the room comes to play again. I know there's a lot of elephants in the room for this set. Being the price for USD, for you American folks out there, you're paying $160. And for my fellow Canadians out there, we are paying $200. That is insane for this set. 813 piece set for $160 to $200 price range is nuts. We don't get great minifigures from what I could tell. I mean, the Galactic Marines, they look great, but where is the waist capes? I mean, come on. We're paying premium prices for a playset. Don't get me wrong, and we don't even get premium things. I mean, what is going on? Like, the price is just outrageous for this set. So I'm ready to unbox this set and see if this set is really worth your $160 to $200 price range. So let's go. And now time for the unboxing experience for the turbo tank. And now, like I said before, I'm excited to build this set and get right into the review for you guys. So let me show you how you can unbox this set. There is going to be 4 pieces of tape, 2 on each side. Pick what side you want. I'm personally going to be picking the side that does not have the artwork so I could preserve the box even more. But you open that up, and then the fun part about this is that you get to dump all of the bags onto the table. After dumping all of the bags onto the table here, we are greeted with 6 numbered bags, 1 manual, and 1 sticker sheet, and 1 unnumbered bag that has these blue little circle pieces in it for, I'm assuming, the turbo tank wheels. So let's add all of these pieces together and I'll get back to you guys. After putting all of the pieces onto the turbo tank, I just want to pause and just wait for the turbo tank. I have a lot to say about this set, but I do want to take a look at the minifigures first because I have a lot to say about them, having them in hand now. So let's go and talk about them. The first minifigure that we're going to be taking a look at is Ki-Adi-Mundi, and well, I might be a little bit biased here since he is my first minifigure of him. I think LEGO just did a chef kiss with this minifigure. He is my favorite minifigure in this set because it looks awesome. I mean, LEGO really did the chef kiss for this minifigure. The torso print, I love. The colors are awesome. I mean, they're perfect. The leg printing's pretty good, and the back printing as well. They did way more than they needed to. Like they just adding that hood and just all the wrinkles and the belt as well. I think Lego just really did really good with this minifigure. And not to mention the molded headpiece for this minifigure as well is awesome. Just having the little, I don't know what to call it, but his little headpiece going down to his forehead, and then the ponytail in the back is excellent. I mean, they really did a good job with that one, getting the printing colors perfect on that. And of course, you cannot forget about the wrinkles for his face, or his back of his head, not face. I don't know what I'm talking about. But he doesn't come with another face print, which makes sense. You gotta have those wrinkles in the back of the head there. But all around, just a great minifigure. And I know some of you guys are going to be wondering, why doesn't he have arm printing? Me personally, I don't think he needs arm printing, because from the source material, he doesn't really need arm printing. I mean, it makes sense just to have it blank, and that's it. So I'm very impressed with this minifigure. Goes well with the source material. But let's move on to our next minifigure, Commander Bakara. Our next minifigure that we're going to be taking a look at is obviously Commander Bakara. And now he is our first ever Bakara minifigure in Lego Star Wars before, so that is pretty cool. You would expect Lego to actually put a lot of their efforts into this minifigure, same with the Galactic Marines, but unfortunately they didn't. I think this minifigure is the worst minifigure we get in this set, and a horrible clone minifigure as well. I think it looks really dumb. I mean, the printing for this minifigure, like the torso printing, the leg printing, I think it looks not good. I think they kind of kicked the barrel and did a horrible job with this minifigure, at least for printing wise. And then having like the little like cape printed pieces, or like the waist cape print, I think looks dumb. Just give him a waist cape at this point. Like, why even print it onto the minifigure if you're not even going to give him an actual waist cape? Just looks dumb. But his helmet piece looks okay. It's a good molded helmet piece, but he just looks like a chipmunk. He just looks like a chipmunk with nuts in its cheeks where it's all shoved up, or like a hamster. Like, it just looks really bad. But the molded antenna looks really good, and just like going around the back is really good. The gray printed pieces are really good. Just having those three strikes or strips on the side of the helmet look really good, and like the two dots on top of the helmet look really good. But like, kind of like, I don't know what to call that, like middle part where they see out of, that looks really dumb, and it just kind of throws this minifigure kind of looking goofy. Like I said, a chipmunk with nuts in its mouth, or same hamster with bloated cheeks. It doesn't look good. Plus, I think it should have arm printing as well. Keonde Moody was fine, but this minifigure, it should have had arm printing. I mean, yeah, this is a this is not a good minifigure. But if you lift the helmet, it is just a normal clone trooper. But let's move on to the next minifigure. The next minifigure that we're going to be taking a look at is a Galactic Marine minifigure, and well, we get three of these guys in the set, and they're all the same minifigures, so I'm going to be showcasing one of them. I love the printing for these minifigures. I think the printing is actually really good. I do not mind it at all, and I think a lot of people could agree with me on that. Like, the printing in itself is awesome. Like the torso, the leg printing, and the back printing, even having like their backpack piece is just awesome. I think Lego really did good with the printing. Now, where I draw the line with the printing is the printed waist cape. Why are we getting printed waist capes for minifigures that obviously wear capes or waist capes in universe? Like, it doesn't make any sense at this point. Like, we see in Lego Marvel and all of that, all of those guys could get waist capes, but when it comes to Star Wars, they can't get waist capes. That makes no sense. And now the dual mold, or like the new mold for the head or the helmet piece, looks fantastic. I love it. The only problem that I have with this minifigure, or these minifigures, is the colors. I think the eyepieces for the helmet should have been green like in universe, and like I feel like the red is a little bit too bright, and I feel like it should be like a reddish purple. At least in my opinion, that's what I kind of see for the source material photos, that they have like a little bit of a reddish purple. Now, Lego obviously did not do that here. They just did dark red, which kind of looks a little bit bad, but that's okay. Like, we have worse minifigures out there. But yeah, that's the only complaint that I really have about these minifigures, is that the colors are a little bit off, and I wish instead of black eyes they were green eyes like the source material, but that's okay. Hopefully there's room to improve in the future. It is our first Galactic Marine minifigure as well, so I'll let that slide, Lego. All around, this minifigure is a good minifigure for its first time. There's always room for improvement in the future, since this is our first, I guess, copy of the Galactic Marine. But anyways, guys, let's move on to our last minifigure. The next minifigure that we're going to be taking a look at is not a minifigure, but it is a droid, so let's talk about them. We get 3 of these guys in the set, and they are the battle droids, just our basic battle droids that we always get, so nothing really special about them. No new molds, no new prints, just our basic battle droids. But one thing that I can complain about is, why do we get 3 in this set when we have 4 clone troopers? I feel like that's kind of just a little bit dumb. Like, why do we get 3 battle droids when we have 4 clone troopers? It makes no sense, especially if you want to have a fight scene on your shelving. Just doesn't make sense. But enough talking about the minifigures in this set. Let's hop into the turbo tank. I have so much to say about this 2025 turbo tank. Let's just hop right into it. I'm starting with the negative stuff. Let's just get that out of the way. The main problem with this set is the price, and I think all of us could agree with that. We are paying $160 to $200 for a 813 piece set, while having 5 minifigures and 3 droids. That is outlandish. That is unbelievable. Like, we're getting scammed. At this point, Lego is scamming you guys. I would wait for a sale for this. I'm gonna say right then and here, wait for a sale. It's not worth $160 to $200. You could buy the Fortnite battle bus for 140 to like 170 bucks, and you're getting 9 minifigures, and it's like the same size as the turbo tank. Like, that is unbelievable. Lego is literally scamming us, like taking money from our pockets right now, and it's not fun. Like, don't get me wrong, I really like the portions for this turbo tank. It looks like an actual turbo tank. It looks good as a set, but the money that you're putting into this set is way too much. And don't even get me started that we don't even get proper minifigures with this set. Like, the minifigures could be 10 times better than what they gave us. Like, what is going on with Lego right now? The only good minifigure in this set is Keonde Mundi. But don't get me wrong, like, the Galactic Marines look awesome, and they're our first time that we ever got them, and they could be improved when the UTAT comes out. Like, this set should have been a UTAT. That's what the rumors were. That's what everybody thought it was going to be. And well, turns out it was a turbo tank, and everyone hated it. I mean, there's 2-star review for this set on lego.com, and that is so sad. Like, you could really just tell that people are really upset with this set. It's so overpriced. Like I said, 160 to 200 bucks. If they just knocked it back like 110, 120, maybe 130, then that's way more logical than 160 to 200 bucks. Like, here in Canada, I would pay like 140, 150 for this set, but not 200. Like I said, wait for a sale. I'm gonna say it right then and there. Wait for a sale. Wait for it. When it retires, it will probably be the cheapest set to be retired. Actually, the MTT is pretty up there as well, but I never seen a set so overpriced. Like, don't get me wrong, this build for a turbo tank is really good, but it's also really small. Like it's the size of my forearm. Like that's how small it is. Uh, I look at the older ones because I personally don't own one of the old turbo tanks. I look at the older ones and well, they're huge compared to this. This is just a little baby of the turbo tank. It doesn't know like anything about the big turbo tanks. I don't know. It's pretty funny when it like you just put it in that ratio. Like this is like a baby compared to the other ones. Like the wheels suck. I wish they were rubber and it falls apart so easily in your hands. Like what is that about? Why is it falling apart so easily? That's another thing about the set. It falls apart so easily. Like you cannot lift it. You have to lift it from the bottom and even then it just feels not stable. So as a kid point of view, this sucks. Like when I was a kid, I would pick my sets up from any corner of the set, and back then, well, they fell off, like pieces fell off. But this is outrageous. Like this just falls apart in your hands. Like it's like broken glass. I don't know what Lego was doing with their Technic skeleton for this set, but we had way better clone builds before, and I don't know what Lego was thinking here. I just want to kind of hop into the positive things about this set now because like I don't want it all to be negative. So let's hop into the positive parts about this set. And now we're going to look at all of the good things this set has to offer for us. And well, this was a hard list to make because I keep thinking of what the price is and is that even worth how good it is. So we're going to take the price, the piece count, the minifigures, and pretend they never existed. We're going to rate this set on how good it is based on how it looks, because that's the only way for me to actually give it a good ranking. So let's not waste any more time. What I like most about this set is the fact and how it looks. It looks really good for a turbo tank. I think it looks pretty good. I mean, out of all of the turbo tanks we have ever gotten, it's not the best one, but it's the best looking one for just how small of a scale this set really is. And I could appreciate Lego for doing that if they were limited on how many pieces to make this set, which I'm sure they're not. They could do anything. But if we're looking at on how it looks really good. I like the silhouette. I like the portions of it. It looks pretty good. I like the fact that we get to build the wheels. Yes, rubber wheels would have been so much better, but I like the fact that we got to build our own wheels and then just make fun for the building experience for a kid. It's just not one big wheel with a rubber surrounding it. It's just you got to build your own wheels, and I kind of like that. It made it a little bit fun. Besides that, the only thing that is positive about this playset is that it has an interior, but the bad part about it is that it's very cramped. I mean, you cannot fit a hand in there. As an adult, it's really hard to, but for a kid, it could be hard as well because it's such a tight turbo tank that it's just hard to place minifigures inside. Now, what I like about where you could place minifigures is on the outside where the cannon is on the back and where you could place one standing up to shoot like on top of the turbo tank. I think that in itself is really cool, but yet again, the Galactic Marines weren't even a part of the turbo tanks, so it's just Lego using their imagination here, and that's what I like. I guess they were using their imagination, but then that's pretty much it for all the positive stuff that I could really think of. If you think about how much it costs, like 160 to 200 bucks, all of that stuff is not really worth it besides how it looks. It looks good for a miniature turbo tank, and that's pretty much all it got going for it. Unfortunately, we got Galactic Marines out of it. Would have preferred a UTAT, and that's the sucky part about this set is it should have been a UTAT, and the minifigures are wrong in this set. Maybe in the future, Lego can release a UTAT, and we'll have better Galactic Marines with green eyes and maybe a purplish, darker red. That's what I would like, and I feel like a lot of people could agree with me there. But unfortunately, there's just not a lot of positives for this set. It is the part of the video where I am going to be giving the turbo tank a rolling ability test to see if it could actually roll on your table or floor or any flat surface in your area. The reason why I'm doing this, usually I do a swoosh ability test for ships and all of that because, well, if I was a kid, I would want to swoosh it around my room. So I'm doing the same but rolling the set around because, well, it's a turbo tank. It's supposed to roll on your ground, and if I was a kid, I would love this feature. So without further ado, let's see how well it rolls since we got the brick built wheels. So I'm excited to see how well it rolls in 3, 2, 1, let's go. You know what? It rolls way better than I expected. I don't think you will be able to do that with rubber wheels at all because I feel like the rubber would have way more grip. The only bad part about it is that it has no grip, but you get to do cool tricks like this. So that's the fun part about it. So for playability, I would love this as a kid, just because it has no grip. And well, grip would be nice, but as a kid, you know what? I would like it because it rolls like a beast. But besides that, I actually don't mind the brick built wheels. I think they work, but they are loud. Like if you couldn't tell, they are loud. That's the only upsetting thing about it, is that they're loud, and that kind of sucks because, well, parents, I'm sorry for this, but you're going to hear this a lot if you get your kid the turbo tank. And that will be my review for the LEGO Star Wars 75413, the Republic Juggernaut, aka the Clone Turbo Tank. And I like the Clone Turbo Tank a lot more than Republic Juggernaut. I wish LEGO just kept the original name that everybody loves and knows. But besides that, what would I rate this set out of 10? Well, for a playability scale, I would rate it, you know what? I'll rate it a 7 out of 10. And for a display point of view, I would rate it a 6.5 out of 10, 5.5 out of 10. I think just because it's so overpriced, it just lacks a lot of like why you should like this set. Because no one's going to be paying $160 to $200. No one should be doing it. You guys should be waiting for a sale. The only reason why I bought it is so I can make a review for you guys. But if you guys like this review, if you guys could do me a favor and like the video, comment on the video, tell me what you liked about the new turbo tank, because that's a hard question. And if you want to see more reviews like this, just hit one of the end card screen coming up. But besides that, guys, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and subscribe to the channel to see more videos like this as well. But anyways, guys, have a good one and peace out.